Huh?
India, dude.
Come on, bro.
India.
I'm not even on the Even a Kid podcast. Wow. Yo, my people, it's your boy EB. Welcome to another episode of The Kid Show. Today, we are here with a young goat. Chelsea, how are you, bro?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm blessed. You remember how we met, though?
No.
Yo, that's insane, bro. I remember how we met. Basically, how we met was, it was my boy Chize's birthday. I don't know if you guys were speaking at the time. But yeah, that day, he brought me outside. It was you and your dancer friends. And I was like, yo, come, these girls. Yeah, we're going to go chill with them. Went to Jagger Lounge, bro. And then I met Chelsea there, and then she was keeping...
Zay was at Jagger Lounge?
Yes, it was his birthday.
Yo,
Don't you remember?
20 what?
That was 2021. That was like straight after lockdown. The first time we could come outside.
That was just before I did ComServe, yeah. I was outside a
What
lot.
is ComServe?
So when you study something like medical, you have to go to...
Oh, sorry, my name is Chelsea. I
Guys,
study medical.
It's not that deep. If you go, when you finish, you have
Yeah.
to go to... They basically place you. You have no say in it. Yes, you can put down your choices, but they won't.
Oh, so
And
like...
then you have to go somewhere for like a year.
So like Fish Parcel, shout out Fish Parcel. Fish Parcel also studied medical now. The doctor, so he's working out in Worcester. Yeah. So he
have
was
no
just
choice.
grateful that he's working in Worcester and not like in
Yo, I was also
Polokwane or one of them or
I was
Limpopo.
grateful to not be like put heavy in the bundus.
Where did
I
you go?
was in Joburg at least.
Oh, that's not bad.
No.
But it's not great though.
I guess the area that I worked in is very similar to the area that I live in. So it was a normal for me. I guess for anyone else it would be a shocker.
Yeah. Because Joburg in itself, bro, the crime there's different, bro. The crime there's crazy, bro. Joburg CBD, a scary place to be in.
I lived in what you would assume an area is safe in Joburg for all of 10 days. And when I woke up the one night and I had a gun at my head for like 2 hours.
Wait, what? What happened? Tell me the story.
I don't know. Up till now, I don't know how they got into the house, but they definitely watched me when I moved in.
Yeah.
And
So were you staying alone in Joburg or what?
always lived alone.
So you were just chilling alone. One day, niggas just walked in with guns.
No, so I remember it was my friend Ashleigh's birthday. And-
Ashley Herman.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne Ashley. I'm joking, Ashley. I'm joking, Ashley.
And then I'd come to Cape Town for a birthday, and then I literally went to Joburg the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously slept or whatever because I had work.
Yeah.
And then, I was woken up by someone holding a gun to my head.
Was it a guy? Was he what though?
No.
It was not.
No.
Damn.
Like he even smelled bad.
He smelled bad.
Yeah.
Was it a homeless robbery or plan? There's different types of robberies.
No idea. Like,
There's-
the reason why it's hard to place it is because in that same week they also had targeted people that they realized live alone in that complex.
Yeah.
So it had to have been like an inside job type of thing. But they literally took all my sneakers. How they knew I was sponsored by Puma, I don't know. Obviously, maybe social media, I don't know. But then they took all my Puma things. They took my phone, my laptop. They just wiped me clean. And I just lived there for like 10 days.
Those guys were cooking, bruh.
No, they were. They had suitcases and everything.
So that means I feel like it's more of a plan thing because you see, but where I stay, in a like a state thing now. Not really a state, but like a complex type vibes where the security and like 24 hours. But they just been breaking into this one guy's house, bro.
Yeah.
So this guy claims that he was sleeping and he locked his door. So they somehow unlocked the door.
Yeah, I locked I live alone.
Do you have a
as
gate,
soon
though?
as- No.
You see, that's the problem.
So as soon as I get home, I lock because what must I do? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna leave or whatever. So how they managed to get into my house, I still have no idea. I don't lock my bedroom door. I don't lock my bedroom door though.
Yeah.
So that's how they managed to get into my room. But now I lock my bedroom door. But yeah, the last thing I remember from that was them picking up my car key, opening my car and realizing that they don't really know where the track of that car is, so they left it.
Oh, they can take your cars. What car do you have?
I have a Toyota Corolla Cross.
Yo, wealth, no? Wealth.
What?
But listen, no? The guy that actually was robbing by us, so this guy was robbing a few times. And essentially what he was doing, what he found out, there's a electrical fence where we stay. So this guy, he disables the electrical fence in some way. I don't know how he does it. Then he parks his car on the other side of the wall. Then he climbs over the wall, goes to people's house, robs them because he has this universal key or something, and then jumps over the gate, and then essentially he's free.
He was
So that's
probably a locksmith back in his life.
yeah, or maybe it's just someone that's just training theft, bruh. So this other day, like 2 weeks ago, he jumps over the wall, does what he needs to do. Then they chase him, and then he drops his bag. So in his bag, there's basically phones, there's laptops, there's all of that, and we find pictures of him on the laptops and no, not on the laptops, on the phones. But he's busy taking selfies while he's busy robbing people's houses. Bro said, "Come to work with me."
No, but that's so iconic.
That's insane. Get ready with me to go rob Evie's apartment.
That's kind of mad.
Yeah,
so funny.
that's insane. Robbery and crime in SA is a joke. But guys, this episode of the podcast is sponsored by Steak Pick. Shout out Nicholas Manuel, Daddy Nicky. You know Daddy Nicky?
I've seen him before, yes.
You also call him Daddy Nicky?
No.
No. You should though. He's a nice guy.
Shouldn't you be called Daddy Earth?
Whoa.
Exactly.
But this is like, yeah, Steak Pick. If you guys wanna sponsor the podcast, and you guys want your product to be placed on the table here, hit me up. Send me an email. Hit up my boy Louis over there, bro. We're trying to make a bag this year, bro. It's 2024. We need to run out the money. This podcast is not running on fumes. But Chelsea, today we're here to talk about you and not too much about Steak Pick. If you guys want the Steak Pick sauce, it's going to be in stores soon enough. But we're here to talk about you.
Okay.
Listen, I feel like some people know you, like I said, and some people might not know you. So, who are you, bro? Like, what would you best describe yourself as? Because you do a lot of things,
I
bro.
was just going to say.
You do a lot of things. So,
I find that's such a difficult question.
let's do it this way. Let's start from you in high school. Let's find out what your aspirations were in high school and how you gradually grew as a person into these different fields.
Yeah. So I went to... Are we talking about like high school, just starting fresh high school, or like grade 10 high school?
Yo, you one of those girls that went to like 7 high schools, bruh.
So yeah.
Your high school count is probably 17.
I went to Sansusi Girls High before they had that strike.
Yeah? What strike was it?
It was like...
Oh, when they clapped their teacher.
No.
Or the teacher clapped the child.
No. It was the one where... it was bad.
But did you see that video though?
Yeah, there was basically like just a whole lot of like racism around the school. Black girls couldn't wear their actual natural hair out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It was a big march. So I went to that school just before that happened. And then I ended up at Belgravia High School.
Yeah, from Sansusi to Belgravia. Shout out to Belgravia though.
Yes, which honestly, now that I've like noticed and experienced both like a private / Model C school and a normal government school, the government school taught me so much more.
What you mean? What do you say? They what?
They taught me so much more.
Oh, they taught you, of course, but I feel like the struggle teaches you more than...
me so much more about myself, being responsible for what I want to be. Nothing was spoon-fed. So that's basically... Yeah, I think Belgravia, I formed the person that I am now. Sansusi gave me like the hardworking ethic, what to do, when to do it, how to do it, like the discipline. But Belgravia basically taught me that like you can have discipline and life will have you.
But at like you in general, did you grow up in a rough area or where do you come from, Lo? In
Honestly,
Cape Town.
for me, it's my normal.
Uh-huh.
The area that I grew up in is my normal. But to people, when I tell them I'm from Hanover Park, they're like,
Whoa.
exactly.
Yeah. I always say like if someone stays in an area that starts with what ends with park or river, you must be afraid, bro. Do you know what I mean? But shout out to my park and river people though.
So yeah, Hanover Park's definitely known for like its gang violence, but like I said, it's my normal. Where I lived in is in the middle of the two like most notorious gangs in Hanover Park. So it's like the ghettos and Americans. Like I live in the middle of it.
But what do they call that place? They made this garden actually. I went to Hanover Park last year. Sorry to break your word again. And we done a bit of work with the kids there. Obviously Evie does do charity work and that. And what happened was they said it's called the Valley of Plenty. Do you know where the Valley of Plenty is? So it's basically in between the two gangs. So that's the one area where there's actually peace.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
To a certain extent.
Yeah.
But like where I live is, I guess the middle ground is where they are allowed to like lose their minds and like shoot at each other where I live. So I grew up like that. Like I grew up with like being young and gangsters coming to tell me like, yo, go upstairs now. And we'd go upstairs.
Yeah.
Because we know like they're not lying.
Yeah, they're about to.
Right now.
What's the craziest experience you've ever had like with dealing with gangsters and like in your area and stuff that you can remember?
I think the worst year was 2021. No, it wasn't final. I was second year, so it was 2019.
Yeah.
It was so bad to the point where I couldn't go home. I had to phone my mom and ask, like, "Yeah, can I come home?"
Yeah.
And she would be like, "Nah, I don't think so."
Wow.
And then I would sleep at like Ashleigh's or whoever else's houses. Because of how bad like the gang violence was, like back to back, people like 7 to like 10 people would be shot in a day. And so the one time, I don't know, my mom, you know, in moms, it just, you don't understand why they keep saying like, yeah, come home, come home. I was like, Mom, it is past 10. I promise you I'm going to be in a crossfire. She's like, no, you won't. Really was in one.
Wow.
Like I was in a crossfire, but like this guy, they were chasing each other and I had nearly bumped the one that was running away. And then the guy that was coming to shoot him ran directly into my car as well. So now I'm literally watching this and the guy cocks the gun and he like shoots and this person's just running and I'm just like, okay, so I clearly can't move.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay right here. You guys figure this out. Whoever dies, dies. Like that.
Yeah.
And then also one of the people that I went to crash with, he got involved with it. And
You went to crash with him.
that's the craziest part. It's like people that I went to crash with, like primary school, you see them basically succumb to their circumstances and end up being a part of the gang violence, and it's saddening because you know the character that they were,
Yeah.
and now the person that they've become. But yeah, he was shot, and I at least had enough medical knowledge to know to transfer him from being in a position where he's shot so the bullet doesn't move to like getting him onto like a plank and then we took him to the hospital.
On a plank. Yo, that's insane, bro. Do you feel like the medical care for areas and things like that is enough?
So it's a difficult one because in a Nova Park they closed our emergency center or
Why?
emergency department because gangs would come in and finish what they started.
Wow.
So you on duty, for example, and you are helping someone, and then you just have a gun to your head because that person's supposed to die. Stop
Yeah.
what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened a lot. So they had to close our department, our emergency department, because they would literally just even be gang fights in the hospital.
But that's a tricky one though, because where does it leave the people that actually need it? I mean, all of them need it, but where does it leave the innocent kids who are not even like involved in that life? Do you know what I mean?
Some of them actually get shot. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but especially those ones that are caught in a crossfire, for instance. Where does it leave them if they need emergency service and they have to travel extra far now?
Yeah, I
and
guess
the chances
they
of them
to, like,
living.
Haydenfeld emergency department or like I don't know if Manenberg's one's open, but I know I worked at like Haydenfeld and their one was still open, and I would see people from my area there.
Yeah, that's insane, bro. So obviously you clearly have experience in the medical field. That's one of the things that you studied, of course. But we also know that you are an athlete.
Yes.
You are a DJ.
Yes.
You are a dancer.
Correct.
And you also get flown out by rappers.
No.
Oh, sorry. Just a joke. But tell me, let's talk about the five different things that you do. I mean, 4, excluding the rapper part.
You like model.
You model as well.
Yeah, not on some like I'm an Instagram model. There's a difference.
Oh, like serious model.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my fault though. I can't remember everything. It's not my fault. You're doing 10,000 different things.
Guys, I don't know. The Lord just blessed me with a brain to utilize everything that I'm good at to generate income.
I get you. But I want to find out about the athlete. You obviously into athletics. Is that because you are running away from the gang violence, or?
I believe that's partly the reason why I'm fast. Because the PTSD just makes me run like I'm out. But yeah, I didn't know I was an athlete until I went to Belgravia.
And so, what were you? What exactly were you on though? Were you like just doing athletics at school, or were you athletics seriously? Like, just talk me through your athletics journey.
Athletics, cool, grade 10 and 11. You're gonna try out. Yes, I was the fastest at the time, but nobody ever taught me about the fact that if you go to champs, you make province team. There's more beyond that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So grade 10, yeah, I made champs, but in my mind and in my mom's mind, it was taxi, fare to Vygerskraal, and then like some registration fee, which was so unnecessary.
Yeah.
Like, so I didn't do it in grade 10, didn't do it in grade 11, grade 12. I was like, nah.
You want to do it?
My friends in all honesty were like, so we are all grade 12. it's a liquor fun sports day. You made the team. It's a Saturday. Come we go to the stadium and we drink, man. Right? So I'm like, okay, sharp, let's do it. So I don't know where I got the money from, but I got the money and then I went to run. Now all of us like, oh, here goes some VP stuff. Cool. In my mind, I'm like, cool, this is people I haven't seen.
Yeah.
That I'm running against now. And it was faster than them. And then I didn't know that after Champs to Champs, there's like, you go to run at Belleville, and the next thing you know, you're part of like the province team.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
goes to run at SAs. So my sister was then supportive of me and in that situation, and we all, and my mommy and everyone, we all went to Belleville that night. Champs to Champs, no. So this is now where you make the province team.
Yeah.
Same thing happened.
You won again?
Yes.
Wow.
And then
I'm faster than you though, but wait, continue.
that's fine. You're supposed to be. If you weren't, that be concerned. As a man, you're supposed to be faster than me.
Crazy.
So we went to yes, and then cool. I made team to represent SA, but now like this is me just running on some like fumes. I don't have any training.
You don't train?
The training that probably my body like remembered was my gymnastics that I did growing up. So that's probably why I was a lot stronger than everybody else.
Yeah.
And after that, I kept dancing. So it wasn't like I'm sitting on the couch all the time and now I'm running. And then my LO teacher happened to be an actual track and field coach.
Yeah.
So he then took responsibility to like go around to everyone in the school in terms of teaching and generate the funds for my tour to go to Potchefstroom at the time. Did that. Potchefstroom was so flames, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But then my relay team won.
But they smoked you though.
Yeah. But then my relay team won.
But they smoked you though.
God.
What number did you come?
Maybe it was even 8th. I have no idea. But they smoked me all
That was
the
that.
time.
Was it like is Potchefstroom like a white area?
Yeah, so that's basically where like Gauteng, North, like all of the places come because it's essays at the end of the day. So they smoked me, but then our relay team smoked everyone, and then everybody in our relay team was approached by different universities, and then UWC was like, "Yo, sports bursary." I was like, I knew I wanted to study since grade 10, but the reality of it was really far for me
Because of the money situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's how my life was changed.
But then did you stop athletics after that?
No. So my whole 7 years of studying, I ran. I only I had to stop running last year.
Why?
You get to a point, especially if you're a generational curse breaker,
Yeah.
where money prioritizes everything else in life.
And you need to do what's
You
going to
need
get you money right now.
Yes. And so my career path changed based on what's relevant in the moment. So like now I'm not dancing because I'm here to be a model.
Yeah.
But then I go back to Joburg and dancing generates more income than like my medical job does. So it's genuinely dependent. I think I'm blessed to have so many options.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was tough because track and field takes up your entire day, and then you find yourself being more financially stressed than like mentally and emotionally fit. There's no point in training so hard if
You're not actually getting paid for it.
not getting paid for it, but like if you are countering your body because of your external environment. Like when you're a sprinter, everything matters. The way you eat matters, what you eat matters.
How much you sleep.
Stress, how much you sleep. Your significant other matters because it's an individual sport and it's more a psychological game than it is a physical game, in all honesty.
Wow.
So I had to prioritize everything and get everything straight. But now that I'm in Cape Town, life feels a bit more calm. So I definitely am going to start training from like next week again.
So do you still work your medical job?
Yeah, I'm going there after this.
Wow. Crazy. So you finished uni
Yes.
and you decide to become a DJ.
My dad's one.
Your dad's DJ.
Yes.
Was your dad around when you're growing up?
Yes.
Because you speak so much about your mom, but I didn't hear anything about your dad.
Sorry, Dad. Mom's like my dad was my best friend growing up.
So your dad was also there in Novo Park with you?
Still there.
Still there, active with you?
I'm still even there.
Yeah.
But I've obviously like moved out and whatever. Weird thing. The suburbs is weird for me. I'm so used to noise.
Yeah.
I'm so used to neighbors knocking.
And that's something that I'm going to ask you about. But first I want to know like the DJ
So
side.
the
Where did
DJing thing happened because so crazy the difference between like Johannesburg and Cape Town. In Johannesburg, passions can generate income.
Yeah.
In Cape Town, passions are hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, because I feel like the culture is not where it is in Joburg.
Cape Town's
in Cape
not
Town,
South Cape Town's not a part of South Africa.
Yeah,
for
it's
me.
a different country for
Because
real.
when I got to Joburg, I learned so much about this country that I had no idea. Even now, coming back here, I feel like I'm 5 years behind, especially even in music and everything. Like things are just behind.
Wow.
Just
Kinda hurt me though.
culturally. No, I'm sorry. Just culturally, like things are just. I don't know if we don't in
Yeah.
Cape Town choose to invest in like our own things that are created in our own country, but like our country is being put on the map because we've decided to look at ourselves and flourish in like our own ways.
Like I'm on
So,
piano,
yes.
for instance, and
Yeah.
the likes of there's just so much people that have done things because of their originality,
Yes.
and not because of trying to be like someone
No,
else.
exactly. So yeah, I think Cape Town's very like European and either American based, depending on what you are mentally to yourself. And when I went to Joburg, I realized that like being South African is such a flex. It's
It's a
crazy.
big thing, yeah.
Yeah, but DJing happened because Joburg, you can make more money than a medical profession in like a weekend.
So you actually good. Because people claim, we have this conversation every time on the couch, bro. People are DJs, but they're not great. I'm just asking though.
There's a difference between plug and play and actual beat matching.
So what do you?
I can physically be in a club and I'll be able to tell whether someone is just beat matching or actually understands what they're doing.
Oh. And what level do you regard yourself as?
I'm genuinely mid-ground. I never think that I am of extreme standard to the point where I don't need to learn anything anymore.
Yeah.
Like, that's my attitude with everything that I do. I could be in a conversation with people talking about things that I maybe do know more about, but there's going to be something that I don't know.
Always leaving space for growth.
Yeah, so like even in a club, yes, I'm there, but you'll see me standing behind the DJ and just looking to see like, okay, cool.
If he's actually
Am I on
active.
par? No, me.
Oh, I
Like,
see.
am
Trying to
on
learn.
par?
Oh, I see. I see.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like everybody's on their own path. Everybody understands themselves differently. How we perceive each other is different. So you might think you're great and I might think you lack some skills, but it's not my place to tell you. Like, because you might see the same in me.
Yeah.
But somebody who is teaching you has the right to do that.
Of course. That's your DJing journey. What's the biggest gig you ever played? That you would say at least. Or someone huge that you shared a lineup with.
Shared a lineup with? So, I mean, but it wasn't even a lineup. It was just like an opportunity. So, I went to Swaziland with Uncle Waffles. And as a dancer.
And yeah, that's the final aspect. But I just mean like in your DJ side of it. There's no big gig that you've done like that you can highlight.
I mean, I just came back from Namibia, so that was cool.
Okay, that's. Where did you play in Namibia? Where did you play?
I played at a place called The Catch, and then I didn't mean to, but I'm also someone like if a DJ is there and I'm like, do you have 10 minutes to spare?
Then you
And
play.
I'm there, so then it was I didn't know what is this place? The Loft.
The Loft.
It's like
That's his brother's club.
Is it? So your brother is the person I probably spoke to. I went to him and I was like, because the DJ was like, I don't mind giving you 10 minutes to go speak to him.
Yeah.
So I went to him and I was like, he doesn't mind giving me 10 minutes. Are you okay with it? He's like, yeah, just don't play into your head. So like, it means don't blow my...
Yeah.
So I wasn't booked for the Loft, but I'm not scared to ask, bro.
Yeah. Shout out.
Yeah, I want to get comfortable.
Shout out to the Loft. I was actually playing at the Loft DJing. Last year, yeah.
DJ?
Yeah, but like on the side. Away. Anyway, into the dancing, bro. You already mentioned it, and I try not to allow you to speak about it in the DJ category because I do want to speak about it separately.
Okay.
And I recently saw at Hey Neighbor you were a dancer for Waffles as well as for Tyler, right?
Yes.
That was huge, bro. Like I was watching the boys vlog 2 days ago, with my girlfriend, and I was like, "Yo, that's the girl I'm gonna interview then a few days from now."
Who's vlog?
The boys, you don't know the boys? The boys South Africa.
Oh my goodness, I know what this is. The guy was like, I know who it is.
Yeah, you know, they try
I
to.
know. No, you didn't trust me. You.
Why? Why you though? Why did you have to? You see, why did you have to say that? Why did you have to say you?
Because mentally, my mind's just like, what? No, that didn't happen. No, he came up to us immediately after we performed, I remember, and he asked us questions. And he had a silly, the reason why I remember him is because of the silly joke, like, what is the one thing Tyler provides for you in rehearsals? And we're like, huh?
What the?
Like, what?
Come on. That's the most
Please do
dad
not
joke
end
ever.
me. Yeah, so I was just like, I think like culturally,
Yeah.
you have to make a really funny joke to make a colored hand laugh.
Wow.
Like, I was just like, oh, okay.
So you didn't like the joke? Wasn't funny?
It was funny to him. But in that time, I wasn't being very supportive.
Yeah, of the joke.
Nah.
But how's the experience though? Like, first off, hey neighbor, Kendrick Lamar's on the stage also. Probably a credit. Did you see him?
It was different for me. Like, when you perform, it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
You are, firstly, it'll be like an hour of you. Firstly, make, say, for example, with waffles. You have to have an ear to understand, to hear what is being mixed in, because you have to go in. With Tyler, you know the set. So, both of the shows is the same day.
Yeah.
So now my brain has to remember 2 hours worth of dancing.
Wow.
My placement, where I have to move to while I'm dancing. Like, you genuinely couldn't care less about what is going on around you, besides the fact that, like, you don't get to fuck up. Because it's a maximum of 12 of us.
Yeah. So obviously
So
they'll notice
you are
it.
seen.
Yeah.
And I'm blonde. So they see me.
Yeah.
But it doesn't come with like extreme nerves. I was trying my best to be very present at a neighbor. But more present in the sense of like, I know what I need to deliver for this artist's vision to come alive, instead of seeing what else was going on. Like,
Yeah.
yes, I saw, is it Kida?
Who?
No, what's his name?
Khalid.
That's his name.
You don't know Khalid?
I saw him.
You
but
don't
not
you don't
really.
no. We're not gonna
saw
skip.
him, but
No, wait, we're not gonna
I
skip
know
past that.
him.
Khalid.
I know him, but like,
Send me the location.
Can I please
Nah,
tell
but
you?
there's no way you
this
said
is what happened, and everybody that was next to me, because we were in the wings, so he had just finished performing.
yeah.
you know?
What's the last song you performed? Do you remember? Khalid. Nah.
So he comes off stage, and he stands behind us, and him and his team are really excited to now see South Africans like
Yeah.
go on, right? And I look, and I'm like, oh, okay. Look again, and I'm like, no man, if it easy, me supposed to have dreads, right? And so
Khalid.
I go on, and then when he started speaking, I had an American accent, and I was like, it has to be him, and it was him. But
Why was he supposed to have dreads?
because that's the last image I have of him in my mind. I didn't know he cut his hair.
Khalid.
Yes.
Khalid didn't have dreads.
What did he have?
He had a puff.
No, man.
Bro, Khalid had a puff, bro.
In the location video.
Bro, location
And
video.
In the video with what's her name? With
What's the name?
Billie Eilish. That's her.
Huh? Billie Irish. Oh, the Billie Irish song is
Lovely. Lovely. Does he not have dreads?
No, he has a puff, and even in the better video.
I don't know better.
Nothing feels better
I
than
know
this.
that song.
Nah, you disrespecting Khalid.
I'm not. Guys,
Nah,
I'm
there's
telling
no
you.
way.
So maybe I'm mixing them like.
This is Khalid, bro. Young, dumb, young.
Okay, so his hair was a lot shorter than that.
Yeah, I know his hair shorter, but dreads is insane though.
I don't know. Maybe I'm mixing him with like The Weeknd. I don't know.
Yeah, The Weeknd is a demon. But anyway, we're gonna get to that
No,
also.
So anyway, I then realized that it was him. But like at Hey Neighbor, big artists didn't carry themselves like that. So they would literally be there and be like cheering you on and stuff.
Yeah.
That's the experience that I had with everybody I bumped into. And they are very drawn to our accents.
Yeah.
Especially the colored one. So like my colored accent is completely different to a Joburg colored
Yeah, of
accent.
course, yeah.
So that, it was like a...
But I want to talk about more about the individuals. Like obviously you danced for Tyler and Waffles. So how was that? How were they as individuals? Like started with Tyler because she's blowing up massively now.
Tyler is the Tyler that I met before getting late. She's still the same person. So it wasn't like a starstruck moment for me just because,
You've known her for so long.
yes, but and we've known since the beginning that the trajectory was going to be upward.
Yeah.
Right? everything that she has worked for is now obviously
Of course, yeah.
coming to light. So working with Tyler was like working with an old team, a normal team.
Yeah, and what
And
about Waffles?
the dancers that were in like the squad are dancers that I always dance with for artists.
Yeah.
So it felt normal. Waffles at this point, she's also like you get to know them on a personal level and they're no longer on like a
Pedestal.
for you. Waffles is very sweet. She's very quiet, she can't scream. Like she can't speak loud.
Yeah.
And she's also like she's quirky and funny. Like she's actually funny. So working with her is also like working with, she's gonna explain her vision and you, like Lisha is obviously the choreographer and we all work very hard to make sure that what we're gonna put out there is of quality and of standard, because
Yeah.
the entire world is looking at the two of them right now. So the vision that they are putting out there is a representation of our country. It's pressure maybe, but I don't think we see it as pressure because we enjoy it so much.
Yeah, and you've been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
That's insane, bro. It's actually beautiful that you work with probably the two biggest artists coming out, female artists at least, coming out of South Africa right now. And I also want to ask, as a dancer, bro, there's so many of you guys. How much? What's the bag like there on that side? What's the dancing bag like? What's the biggest dancing bag you ever got? For
45.
just for dancing?
Yeah.
That's insane, bro. I need to tap in, boy. You know what I'm saying?
45 is like a corporate.
Oh, I see.
So
I see. So
there's standard, like these different vibes. Like an artist rate would be different to like
how much is Tyler giving you though? Huh?
India, dude.
Come on, bro.
India.
I'm not even on the Even a Kid podcast. Wow. Next thing I want to move on. Remember, I told you to watch a few things. I
Yes.
told Chelsea to watch a few things because we want to talk about these things. And first off, TB Joshua, bro. Let me give you guys a backstory, bro. As a kid, growing up, as an African kid, probably almost every African kid, like black African kid, I would say. I'm not sure too much about the colored community, but I feel like the black African parents would make us watch TB Joshua. He's basically a prophet from Nigeria that started the Synagogue Church of All Nations, and that church was huge, bro. Like basically presidents were coming there for healing, professional footballers were going there for healings, politicians, like every single person was going there for healings. And that guy was like put on a pedestal, I would say. Like he was like the pastor of pastors, bro. Like the pastors of all pastors. Like bro was literally people coming there not walking. Bro was saying get up and walk, and the people were running, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like TB Joshua was on a mad one in a good way. That's what we thought, at least.
Yeah.
But in recent weeks, BBC have just released a documentary, and the documentary is insane. And you said you watched it as well?
I did. I watched every single episode. Like I binged it.
And it starts from assaulting, I wouldn't say, assaulting woman.
Yeah.
From assaulting woman to fabricating the videos online to neglecting his daughter to negligence on a building. On a building where 80 people died because he was just trying to make money.
Yeah.
To witchcraft.
It's insane.
Like it's
And a rape, like multiple assaults of rape.
yeah, it's just insane. What's your thoughts on that though? Because some people are leaning towards saying, "Oh, BBC's lying," and
No.
and all of
I
this.
watched it and I was fully disgusted. Like I was fully disgusted by the, I don't want to say the word propaganda because it's not. But
I would say it's
But
propaganda.
it was. The propaganda in like the sense of like the way that he managed to find a way to control the minds of people who are vulnerable and just seeking God is beyond me.
Bro, but you know what it is though? And I think I wouldn't say it's a problem in Africa, but I would say that it's a way to manipulate Africans though, because as Africans, most of us just, when you don't have money, all you have is God.
Yeah.
And as people start to get better with money, they sort of tend to get further away from God. So it's easy to manipulate people who all they have is God, and you doing all these amazing things like you healing people. And that's what he took advantage of. And he used that small core of people and he fabricated the videos.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is allegedly because there is no proof about this. Obviously, the woman, we believe woman first, but I'm just speaking about the situation of the healing. And he was obviously fabricating some of it. That's what the documentary says, allegedly. So if you are, as an African person who has no belief, has financial struggles, you seeing this guy doing these great miracles, And all you can do is believe, bro. Do you know what I mean? And he used that to grow his empire.
And his empire grew to the point where like people with money were finding faults within themselves and like what they morally thought was incorrect with them, flew all the way to there and basically ended up praising this guy, giving him gang money.
Bro, they gave him.
Giving him money to basically ensure that what type of relationship they want to have with God, they end up having with him as like a human being.
Yeah.
And yeah, but then like what killed me is the fact that his goal was at the end of the day, we were slaves to white people, so I'm gonna make sure white people
Was
are
on my slave, bro. And the fact that there was one girl in the documentary and she came from England. She came
The
there
lesbian
because
girl.
she felt like she was lesbian, and she obviously grew up in a Christian home, and she was taught that being lesbian was not a way in which God would want you to be. And she came there seeking healing for him, and he used the people, white people, to represent the church. That way, other white people will feel more welcome
Yeah.
there, and that
Like
way.
he stepped into like the Western world through them.
But as much as that guy is conniving, he was slick though, no?
Smartest man.
Yo, bro was.
Smartest man. And what was even crazier is that he suddenly died before he had to come into BBC and answer questions.
Bro just died 2 days after they started
He
doing
was
the
like,
interviews.
"I'm out. What you're not gonna know is the truth. I'm out."
Bro, it's so insane, bro. Like, would you believe? Because I feel like this also tarnishes the image of God to all these people that came there. Because
No, it does.
what he made them believe was when he was having sex with these women, allegedly on the documentary, that he was doing God's work.
Yeah, he was removing sin, like the lustfulness that they have is taken away from them.
So how do you as a woman, it's difficult for as a woman to probably move on and see God in a positive light, because this is the only image that you've been represented of God for a few years, because
Yeah.
some of
I
them
think
were
it's
in the
like
church.
14 years?
Some of those were in the church for like 14 years, constantly getting abused by him, constantly being told they weren't allowed to sleep. They're only allowed to sleep.
No.
The disciples.
And you were told to come to his room with like a Bible because he's gonna go through a verse with you. Can't he's going through your universe. Like,
That's insane. Like bro was moving.
Mad.
Yeah, bro was moving
also,
crazy.
how did he have the drive to have sex like that every day with at least like 5 girls? Every day.
Okay, I don't want to comment on that, but that's insane, bro. I don't know. It's so crazy because, bro, my parents used to make me sit
Watch
down.
Emmanuel
you sit
TV,
down.
right?
You watch Emmanuel TV today.
No, I grew up in a New Apostolic household where church is just an hour max. And a very big part of the church is obviously like our orchestra.
Yeah,
So that's how the instrument playing thing comes in. But when I saw that, I was like, yo, this is mad stuff.
bro. Have you ever gone to church at 10 o'clock and you come back home when the sun is setting? You ever gone to church like that?
Church is at 10, I'm leaving at 11.
Bro, African churches, boy, you'll find yourself. But if you didn't go to church, my mom would tell me, you will sit down here, you watch Emmanuel TV.
Oh my
And you watch TV Joshua there,
Little
busy.
did she know what was going on.
Yeah, you
She
know.
watched this document. You must tell it.
I sent to the doc.
Did you?
She was saying, wow, whoa, whoa, whoa. You know, obviously African parents like exclaiming and whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that doc was insane. And they also said he went to some prayer mountain where he would go and take people's faces and put a knife through it. And you know, like a lot of people are saying like BBC's lying, but bro, all of this can't be lies, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like this.
Like if there are so many accounts of the same stories and all of these people only realized that everything was happening to them after the fact that he
Yeah.
died, how are we all having the same lie?
It's impossible.
That doesn't make any sense at all, firstly. Secondly, he was a billionaire.
Bro got money. There was another situation when like he was so greedy for money where he built the
Accommodation. Like
accommodation for all the guests coming from the United States, Canada, all of the South Africa. And basically bro just kept saying go higher and higher and higher so he can accommodate more people. And then the building collapsed, bro, and 80 people died there.
Yeah, and he allowed people to come in, the media to come in when he was busy like taking bodies away and saving some people.
Yeah.
But then like he knew there was bodies under the rubble, and then at like midnight, he made all his disciples go there and basically go get all the bodies out. And
Bro.
this man's psych.
You guys,
Madness.
yeah,
Please watch it.
You guys need to go watch it because I also feel like their main idea was to protect the image of the church, because if he protected the image of the church, he could just keep getting wealthier.
Yeah.
He could just keep taking control of people and making people believe. And it's so weird because now it leaves us in a very confused space, bro.
Yeah.
Like next time when someone comes here and they're actually doing all these wonders and doing it by God's will, like how do you believe in that? Like after the building collapsed, bro sent money to the families of the people that died so they couldn't have,
They could keep quiet.
so they could keep quiet. And it's just like, yeah, that was crazy. How do you identify a false prophet though? What's crazy? Because for me, I think after watching the documentary, when someone like puts themselves on a pedestal and someone's main objective is always filming something, as much as you want people to see the wonders of the Lord, but I feel like with him, it just feels like bro was just trying to advertise to the world what he can do.
Influencer before the time.
Yeah, influencer for real. That's real.
Beforehand.
And yeah, well, how would you identify a false prophet?
I think I've always been taught that my relationship with God is in any four walls and me. Right? And so I've never been in a space where I needed to or wanted to allow anyone else's view of God or the way that they feel like things need to work to affect my relationship with God.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like my prayers are conversational. There's nothing that's structured about it, like whatever. So I've never felt like I needed to say like, no, you're a false prophet. Don't tell me what to do. Like I've never gotten there before. And I think the congregation that I belong to is so structured that we'll call you out on your bullshit so fast.
Yeah.
Like fast. Because nothing is like, social media based, whatever. Like
it's all
I don't
word
even
based,
think our
yeah.
congregation has like Instagram account.
Yeah.
It's so old, I don't know.
Okay. That's interesting enough. Next thing I want to move on to is Lil Nas X, bro. I actually sat on this couch and I spoke to Loisa about a few weeks ago, and I spoke about how Lil Nas X came in the game, and he started off as a very good artist who was doing songs for children, Old Town Road, and then he transitioned into this demon. And recently he came back and we were all like, yo, Lil Nas X is back. And he spoke about how he's trying to find Christ and how he wants to expose the music industry. But then he made a video disrespecting the Christian religion again.
Ish.
And I don't know if he was taking shots and he painted himself as Jesus. And obviously all the Christians were enraged, bro. And yeah, it's tiring, bro. You know, it's very tiring, bro. As a Christian, bro, you're just trying to...
The things we consume is what exhausts us. Like the thing that you just explained, I had no idea of because I'm so like
disconnected from that.
disconnected from things that is going to make me have an opinion on something that's so vast. Like I just need black and white things. I don't care if you've lost your mind and now you're questioning God and you're making fun of, like, everybody's on their own individual thing. And that's why I feel like we genuinely live in a society where like what you perceive is what your reality is going to become.
I get you. But at the same time, there's a lot of impressionable 14, 15 years old, because remember when he came in the game, he was making songs for children.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of impressionable 15-year-olds that are following Lil Nas X, and now they're seeing this guy promote Satanism. As much as like it's the parents' job to facilitate, you can't control that, bro. So what type of impact is he having on our kids and like just the future? Do you know what I mean? That's kind of crazy. But I also look at it playing devil's advocate, no? Lil Nas X comes out in a way in which is very like hard. He's hard hitting. Like he comes to you and he's saying he's the devil. He's saying he's that. He's saying he's doing that. But
I feel like he's pulling a Doja Cat, man.
Well, just to get, I feel like Doja Cat must. If I see Doja Cat in SA, I'm running away. But just on this point, I feel like he's coming very, very aggressively. So in that way, a lot of people unsubscribe because they're like, wait, I'm not trying to mess with this. But someone like Drake, you know, when with all the conspiracy theories, they believe that Drake is like Drake's role in the Illuminati. Some people don't believe in it. Is to make men more feminine. So over time, Drake does a little bit and he does a little bit and he does a little bit and he does a little bit. Like he's done a lot of questionable things, like with the hair tied, and people believe that he's trying to promote men to become less masculine because that's not what the Bible intended for men to be.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? The Bible describes men as leaders of the household and things like that. And yeah, so do you feel like the impact of Lil Nas X is worse, or the impact of Drake is worse? Because Drake is doing it over the years and slowly
Yeah.
and slowly and slowly and slowly and
Yeah.
slowly setting in. So what one do you think is more? It's similar to Prophet TB Joshua, bro.
Yeah.
Like man was just doing it slowly and slowly and slowly, and it had more
absolute
impact.
audible.
But someone like Lil Nas X is coming in and he's telling you he's a demon.
Yeah.
As much as both is wrong, it sort of leaves you in a place where like, which one is worse?
I think the slow one definitely is worse. But I feel like relevancy in like generation is also what is gonna have a big impact. So like Drake is very like relevant to our generation.
Yeah.
But like to my nieces and nephews, they don't really know him, but they know Nas X. So we all get a different perspective of like where we're gonna go with this. Like we getting the slow versions and they on some like I am a demon.
Yeah.
This is what we do. Because they scroll through TikTok, they scroll through YouTube shorts and these things pop up, you know?
Bro, and the songs are
So,
catchy.
God,
The songs are catchy, bro.
my like 10-year-old niece, well she turned 12. My 12-year-old niece is singing Summer Walker like her heart is actually broken. And I'm like, I'm sure I did the same thing. Like I knew some Justin Timberlake songs when I was that age, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So if they can catch songs that they didn't even understand like the weight of it, then I'm sure something like that can come to them very easily.
Yeah.
Especially if it's catchy.
That's very scary. Guys, protect your children, look after them, and also those conspiracy theories are just conspiracy theories. Just speaking hypothetically, this is
Yeah.
not true. Don't quote me on it. Moving along, Spinners. I told you to watch it.
I did.
You watch it finish.
No,
How many episodes you watch?
like 3.
3. Obviously, Yusrik Meyer has had 15 Spinners actors on his podcast. Shout out to Yusrik Meyer.
Okay.
But how did you find the series? How did you find the acting?
The guy who is Ethan, no?
Who's Ethan? Cantona James, yeah, the main character, yeah.
So I know Cantona. So when I was watching it, I was very proud. I was just like, oh my god.
Now you know him. You guys used to date.
No, he is a friend of someone that I dated before.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
Yeah.
You used to date colored guys? Oh,
I've only dated like 2 colored guys my whole life, and no.
not
That's
not for you. What's wrong with colored guys?
I don't know what the word is in English because I've lived in Joburg for like 2 years now. They boma. They
They do too much. What?
no, they so in a coop with like their mom's ways of treating them that when they meet an individual or like a girl that has her own and expects you to have your own,
Yeah.
they can't handle that.
Is that your experience with colored men?
Yeah, like it's I guess maybe I'm a different case because I'm like 6 people in one person.
Yeah.
But like, and they just, now that I've lived in Joburg, I've also just met guys whose ambition in life is to establish themselves to be able to then be in a relationship where growing is possible. Like with colored men, it's like, yeah, I have a car. Okay. I'm
not
gonna take you
laugh.
to McDonald's.
I'm not gonna laugh. I'm not
Stop.
gonna laugh. But don't you feel like there's also black men who might also just have a car and just take you to McDonald's?
I think the circles I've associated myself with no.
So what if you put yourself in a circle with colored men who are of a stature and who are willing to grow?
I'm just not attracted to colored men anymore.
Okay, so you could have just said that.
Like I'm just not. I'm just not.
You could've just
And
said-
also like most colored South African men are short.
Yeah,
I'm 1.7. I can't deal with the short.
the average man in South Africa in general is a short.
I cannot deal with the short guy.
I can see the comments already. People are gonna ask, die kan sikker met my Nigerians. Mense is probably gonna say that in the comments.
No, I think I am also. I didn't steer away from like being a colored. I've had to adapt years because the demographic in Joburg is very different. There are a lot less coloreds than I've seen before, so my dating pool is different. But in terms of like Nigerians, I'm also a very, very like morally correct person. So if I can see that like the way that you live is just not in line with me,
Yeah.
then I
Then it doesn't matter your nationality.
Your nationality, your status in life, your tax bracket. I don't care. I can't.
But you ever had an encounter with one of them? Nigerians, no.
What do you mean?
Like maybe dated, maybe seen
Not
one
dated.
of the wealthy scammers, maybe.
dated.
Potentially, some of them were scammers, not all of them. I feel like it's Congolese scammers as well. Just saying, South African scammers as well.
Obviously, in Joburg, there's everywhere. So if you're gonna find yourself in Sumo, best believe a Nigerian man's gonna speak to you. But I've been in a space where I understood that the way Nigerian men speak to South African women is because that's now the new normal. So I don't get to be mad at them. I get to be mad at the girls that have allowed it.
So do you feel like a lot of South African women have allowed Nigerian men to speak them in a way in which they're not high valued?
Not high valued in a sense where they just believe that you're so stupid that money is why you'd be a yes and amen. And not like an individual. Yeah.
So what would you say to like young girls getting into the nightlife now? Because obviously there's a lot of sharks in the ocean.
Yeah, be careful. Just because there are some mad things that my friends have experienced that I'm also like, yo, that's mad. Obviously, culturally, what you believe that's a very big thing. It's dependent on that. Because, like, I guess sexual intimacy is also a very big transfer of energy.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, there will be encounters where you will literally get paid for that to happen.
To have sex.
Yeah. So it's like, it's as if it's a sophisticated means of prostitution.
Yeah.
Because they can buy that Louis Vuitton bag. And they can send you tinker just because what is that to them? But holding your own and like working for yourself is a much heavier route. Yes, you're not going to be in a club every weekend drinking, popping bottles, all of those things.
And Ace of Spades does taste nice out. And you know, the average black man like me can't obviously provide that to them.
Guys, even Azul tastes like ass.
Tastes like ass.
It's so bad.
But some of
And
them...
it will have you. Like it will... I can speak for myself. Like I'm saying, I've been in spaces where people that I associated myself with in Joburg, they are hosts. So their job at the end of the day is to make these Nigerian men spend money in that club. That's the description of the job, right? So I've been in spaces where I would literally see my whole university fees in a
bottle.
in a bottle or like in a bucket. Because there's a Don Julio, there's a this, there's a that. Like so much money can wash someone who is not educated enough to have a solid identity in what she is and what she wants and the boundaries in terms of when it comes to men will wash your brain so fast. So fast.
And I feel like the love for alcohol is actually killing the youth. Because essentially, women go to clubs. Obviously, some women, I'm not talking about all women.
I go to clubs with no money.
Well, yeah, women go to club with no money for alcohol. And obviously, that alcohol leads you to a point where you're now speaking to these guys. They're not only offering alcohol, they say we can offer you these 100K bottles. Imagine we can buy you a phone, we can buy you a new Louis Vuitton bag.
But you don't even know where that, like I'm saying, there's a transfer of energy in that. You don't know what innocent person that person took the money from. Now they're buying you things in your life are going wrong. You don't know what, ma'am, at the end of the day, a nightclub is a space that is going to either be a good place for you if you genuinely came there to enjoy yourself, or it's going to be a place that will affect your actual external life because of the motives you had going there.
Wow.
So, as a dancer, I love clubbing. You will find me in a club and you will see on my Instagram that I was in a club.
Yeah.
But honestly, I just go there to shake ass.
Yeah.
To just go to a space where I'm dancing where it's not a job.
And just enjoying yourself.
I'm just enjoying myself, right? And if there is the accessibility of the fact that some guy was stupid enough to buy my friend a 100K bottle, that's his stupidity.
Yeah, but he's not getting what he wants from us, yeah. Yeah, you guys are locking up the...
No, like
No punani.
I've literally made a guy buy 2 bottles of Azul once, and I gave it to everyone. I was literally like, here you go.
Everyone
I was giving everyone. Oh. And he was like, you're not even drinking. I was like, no, I don't like it, but you were just stupid enough to buy 2 of it.
Oh, I see. But you're still locking up the thing. They're not getting no access.
I give my mom's number out there.
Wow.
And my mom knows the block.
Okay, that's pretty slick. But this started from spinners, bro. Nightlife was actually going to be the last topic. But back to spinners. Just to wrap it up, the series in itself, how do you feel about it? I personally, for me, in my opinion, I think some of the actors were not as great as they should be, but I feel like all the main actors were absolutely
Yeah.
crazy, and the writers of that show need a raise, bro, because that show kept taking me from one place to another. I was so hooked on it, and I enjoyed it. Maybe I enjoyed it more because I can understand it a lot more than a UK series. But I would say I enjoyed Spinners more than the last season of Top Boy.
Top Boy irritated me.
Why?
I don't know, the slang of people from the UK just like it bugs me. I don't know.
I heard you at some event and you were using some crazy slang words. You know which event I heard you at? You were using some crazy slang words, some ham slang, bro.
You mean being myself?
So why not being yourself now on the show?
What do you mean?
Speak ham here for us, man.
No,
And
guys,
for what?
no. Where was I?
That was I don't want to mention the brand because I don't want that to be associated with it. But I was by the beach club. Remember that one? You don't remember?
2 years of my life of just like, I don't
Cramped
remember
everything
anything.
into. Bro, it was like before festive.
Beach club.
Beach club, everyone was there. You guys were dancing. The Boysen was playing there. The DJ. The Luxottica event, Chelsea.
Oh, why was I using
Oh my
Hamwords?
days.
Sorry, why was I using Hamwords?
I don't know. You were just wilding and you were like, hey, dancing and all that. The slang was just flowing. Gamalini, Gamalani.
Somebody must have irritated me. Like I only switched to that. The problem is that I'm a very confrontational being. I can't chill with something and then go tell all my best friends that this is what. No, I'm gonna go to you and be like, this is where I'm at.
I get you. Nah, I get you. I do understand it. And I love the Ham people. I love how my girlfriends Ham sometimes.
Capetonians are also just like different.
Yeah.
Like, in terms of like dealing with conflict, Capetonians are different.
Yeah. So that's when you.
Like the influence.
So when you fight and then you turn on the Ham.
I'm gonna be nice to you for like 5 minutes. And then I'm done speaking nice.
Then you're gonna be Ham.
Not Gam. What is Gam? Like, what is Gam? Like, I feel like I get that colored is a specific culture, but just like every single culture has specific words they use to express themselves. Why is the colored connotation seem so, like, why is it so?
I'm not saying it's negative.
Aggressive.
I'm not at all saying it's negative. Like,
Yeah.
bro, Ham is beautiful, bro. I like the fact that there's the klopsa, which I wouldn't say is Ham, but
love that
it's the representation of colored culture, and I
Yeah.
love all these beautiful things. But I'm just asking, do you speak in a different way when you're upset?
Yes.
Like, so you're not,
I guess in the area
my name's
where I
Chelsea,
grew up-
I'm
in the area where I grew up, when you speak a lot, you're weak.
when you speak a lot, you're weak.
Yes.
So
Yeah. Like, we would have each other very quickly
yeah.
in terms of why are we going back and forth, man? At the end of the day,
It's
the back and
bots.
forth is going to be like we're going to agree on something, but then we're all going to go back to our friends and have a different story. So let's just both everybody see what the vibes are.
Yeah. Okay. That's beautiful. Last thing I want to ask you is, are you obviously very close friends with Asha?
Yes.
Yeah, people have been talking about Ashley for a long time on the podcast. They've been so excited about her. I really enjoyed the episode. Have you seen any proof of Lil Wayne, the people that don't believe her?
I dropped her at the airport.
You dropped at the airport to go to Lil Wayne? Wow. I feel like no better note to leave it on than that. And
I
you
think it's just like the access. People need to understand the accessibility. So, if I go to Joburg, being in the space of Uncle Waffles, of Tyler, it's normal,
yeah.
right? So if she's gonna be in Dubai, Tiger, Trey Songz, Lil Wayne, all those people are there because that's normal, right? And Americans also are so used to the BBL fillers life, like fillers goals looking very similar of late, that
They want
when
something
you
different.
look different and you sound different,
They
they,
like
are
that.
intrigued. So I don't really know the ins and out details of it because, like, at the end of the day, I'm the type of best friend that allows you to do whatever the fuck you want. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care. So she needed me to drop her at the airport that day. I was aware that it was a Lil Wayne situation, and I just prayed to God that she would be safe. And that was it.
Yeah, but you know, where does it leave the single guys, bro? Where does it leave them in this world now? Because you see, the average guy is working at Mr. Price or anywhere like a Pick and Pay. Now he has to compete with Lil Wayne for the girls, bro. You know what I mean? Like, he has to compete. Bro, I've been listening to Lil Wayne since I was 7, bro.
Obviously, like, the trajectory of people who are around, like Lil Wayne and all of that, is a different type of lifestyle.
Would you-
Like people, like I've worked in retail before, and I know that if you work in retail, you come home, you just want a lamb.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
drink a Savannah and lamb at home or
Yeah.
whatever. So it's just like, it's different folks with different strokes. Yes.
Yeah, but that's insane, bro. Imagine you just finished school now, you're 20, you must go compete with Lil Wayne, bro. You have
Why
no
would
job.
you want to do that
No-
instead of focusing who the hell you're gonna be?
Would you date a guy that works at Pick and Pay? Retail?
Lately,
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask in the present.
Yeah, right now.
No.
Why?
I've worked so hard to like make sure that I don't give my children the life I had. So my partner needs to have the same vision.
Oh, so you don't want someone that's not even someone that. What if he has ambition and he's working towards something?
How?
Like he has ambition, maybe he's still going uni, but at the same time he's doing a young retail job.
Then he's obviously not my age.
Or he could be 25 and his life started late.
Nah, dog.
Not your vibe.
I don't know.
So, but would you like your husband to earn more than you?
Yes.
So then, you the broke retail worker to him then.
That's fine.
But he's taking care of you. So why couldn't you do that for another guy?
Isn't that what is me? How what? Me. Look after a guy. Guys, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. But like, it's crazy because culturally, colored women are taught to be extremely loyal. And if your significant other is in a space of need and you have, you give. That's a message my mom taught me.
Yeah. So,
A man realizes that you can do it once. Now he's broke forever. And like, no. No,
okay.
not at all.
So you're not taking care of a man. But you want a man to earn more than you.
I want him to earn more than me, yes. But in terms of like expenses that I know are necessary, I don't expect a man to do. Like, buy me wigs, it's fine. I'll do it. I work for my own shit. Makeup, it's fine. I'll do it. But like in terms of like bonds,
Yeah.
please, man. I'm not working for that. I'm already working for that now in this present life. I'm done. Like, houses are expensive. Don't buy houses when you're young, guys. Shit.
I get you. Well, no better note to leave it on than that. Chelsea, thank you so much for joining us. Anything we should look out for from you?
So ish. My life has definitely changed since my sister passed in November.
Yeah,
so
God rest her
that's why I had to move to Cape Town. So I'm here for modeling season. And then, God willing, I go to the UK for modeling season between April and July. And then from July onwards, I'll be back in Joburg. But throughout this whole time, I genuinely am growing my brand as a DJ. Shame, I really am going to try to put more into my YouTube channel because people actually enjoy it.
Yeah, I think you got a lot of personality, and I feel like you've been pretty entertaining on this podcast compared to a lot of the people that I've had on here. And that's a compliment coming from me because I've had some great people.
Thank you.
But I just think you brought a lot to the episode today, and I was quite impressed. I can't lie.
What do you mean? I'm like...
I thought you were going to come here and be like, yo, by exotic, it's aí. No, I'm joking. Just a joke.
Whoever I was like that too, I apologize. But if you are unnecessary, I don't.
So yeah, you're just trying to build your brand. Guys, if you guys want to book her for your events, hit her up. She wants to come play there on your decks.
I just also need to bring like South African music to Cape Town. Do you know once I played at like an event.
Yeah.
And I was playing music that's relevant to like South Africa.
Yeah.
Nobody knew.
Nobody knew.
I was like, this is bad.
This is a different country, man. This is a different country. This is South Africa light, bruh. This is not the real South Africa here in Cape Town. But guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Bow.
Bye.